one house, you only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? Right. I mean, why have 52 rooms if you know there's somebody with no room?
I said I rebel with my conscience. I'm just a dreamer, big believer in this whole game is a process. I pray every day that I get to see the next one. My granny tell me don't question the Lord's blessings, but I'm curious. And all this weed smoke, plus I'm dead broke, homie. Shit got me delirious and ease back. My pain killed through the free sack from my Ivy Hill green pack, and my feet flat, planet. While I'm trying to go and blossom, but honestly I'm hurt by the fact they double cross me. Friends turn opposites, deal with the consequence. Gotta go and focus in, bite the hand that held, may the Lord help with your defense.
So I used to work as a church roommate in one of these van. Everybody was thinking I was going to join the military, I was going to buy the police forms or stuff like that, but that wasn't the plan.
I knew if I had told them, they wouldn't have helped, so I had to work my ass out and get what I needed.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. It's your boy Evans, aka Zach or ZachSwayFX, and I'm back on your screens with another video. So guys, today is just another beautiful day in my life, and today happens to be the last day of the trading week, which is like today's Friday, and today is the first Friday of September. So you all know what day it is. Today is NFP day, and I want to trade NFP live here with you guys. But today's video is not actually about the NFP. I want to tell you guys about how I got my first laptop for trading. You know, when I actually got started with trading, I needed a laptop so badly, and I want to show you or talk about the means or how I was able to acquire that for myself. And that was like one of the biggest things I've achieved way back then. That was like one of the biggest things I've achieved for myself. Like I've been able to use my own money to buy, and I can boast of. Yeah, so I just feel like I want to talk to you. I just feel like talking about it with you guys, telling you the process, how I was able to raise the money, what I did, and when I got it, the feeling I got from getting that laptop. So that's all what this video is all about. But because it's still NFP and I want to trade NFP with you guys, I'll be waiting for the news. The time currently is 12:20, and you know NFP is always released at 12:30. Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. I'll be waiting for 12:30, and then I see if I can take some trade. Or right now I'm actually spotting some setups, but I've had an experience with trading the news before. That was also a prop firm account I got. What happened was price didn't respect my stop loss. It spiked beyond my stop loss, and then the account got breached because my daily drawdown limit was reached, and that was it, guys. I was so pissed, and ever since then I've never traded the news. Like I haven't really been serious. I haven't really been serious about trading the news ever since then. So that was why you guys didn't see much of me trading the news on this channel. But today I just feel like doing it, and our 10k account is currently sitting at $500. I'll be showing you guys when we get into the chart. And yeah, so that's what this video is all about. Yeah, I'll be talking about how I got my first laptop for trading. This is my second laptop actually. My first one, the first laptop I got, actually developed a problem. It's not spoiled totally, it's still working, but it has some faults that I needed to fix. But because I got this one and I'm still using this one actively, and this one is way ahead of that one, so I'm not really giving much attention to that though. I actually plan to give it to someone, but with the fault I had to like repair the fault before I give it out to the person. If not, it's like buying a bedding for the person. Yeah, so without wasting much of your time, I'll be taking you guys straight into my chart, and then we start our analysis from there, and let's see what NFP has for us today. So guys, let's jump into the chart, guys. So guys, this Sunday 30 minutes time frame of XAUSD. Let me jump to my 4H so we can start from there. So you can see that price is still pushing bullish. Price is in a very strong uptrend currently, and you don't want to go against this trend. Yes, this trend is very, very bullish, and you don't want to go against this trend, because whenever you move against a trend, you always, or market always lashes your back, unless you have some reasonable criteria that will tell you otherwise. So on the 4H, we have our trend lines to the upside, and price is just creating higher highs and higher lows. And even though it has created a lower high here, it still hasn't taken out this previous higher low or lower high. Yeah, it still hasn't taken out this higher low. So I'm moving to my 1H time frame, still sticking with my bullish confirmation or my bullish bias. I'm looking for information on the 1H time frame. So on the 1H time frame, you could see that price pushed up, came back, and then gave us an equal low over here. Then it started pushing up. It gave us an equal low over here, and then it started pushing up. Price created this high. Let me show you with this. So price created this high, came back down here, another higher low, then it created a higher high again. Power pushing up, price created this demand zone for us, and you all know that I trade supply and demand. I just have to wait for price to come back into these zones, into the zone, and then give me a confirmation that give me a confirmation that aligns with my bullish structure or my bullish bias. So price broke above this previous high over here, created this zone, came back into these zones, and then after tapping into the zone, it gave me an engulfing candle. Yes, even if this is not an engulfing candle, this is like a morning star. See this, we have this first black, we have this first bearish candle, the second bearish candle, then the third candle happens to be a bullish candle that has moved about the same range of these two candles. So this is my morning star or an engulfing candle over here. This is a bullish engulfing candle. On normal circumstances, I should be entering here, entering over here. Then I'll have my stop loss below the zone like this. Then I'll target the recent or the next key zone. So this is how I should be entering this market. But you know, I always risk 50 pips on my trade. I don't want to risk more than 50 pips on a trade, and this happens to be like 130 pips stop loss, and that's way too much for me. So I had to find a better entry to get into these buys. So I moved to my 15 minutes, and then on the 15 minutes, at the point where price tapped into this demand zone, it created a double bottom formation for us. It broke above the neckline, and then it came back for a retest. It came back for a retest around here. So if I'm supposed to enter a buy here, this is the zone, this is where I should be entering a buy. I can enter right now, have my stop loss below the zone like this, and that's perfectly 50 pips, and 50 pips is right below the zone for us. Then we can target our key zone at the top here, and that's like 1:5 risk to reward. But you all know that I go for 1:3, so I can even get my TP hit before, if price decides to go in a direction, my TP can get hit before price actually get to the designated how do we call it, the proper key zone for us. But because of the news, I can't enter this trade now. I want to wait to see what the news will do. You know, most news traders actually advise people to like stay away from the market when there is this type of news. They want to see how the news is going to be, if it's going to be a positive forecast or a negative one. So I'm waiting. We are currently the time is currently 12:29. Let's wait to see
it's like 25 seconds more for, or 30 seconds more for good or the news to be released. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. And price is still pushing massively to the upside. Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's see how it goes, guys. One, zero, boom. NFP, I believe you. Okay. Wow. This is crazy, man. Let's wait. So we are still going to be waiting. You all saw that. Let me show you my news. And where is it? Here. So where is it? Non-farm payroll, and the forecast was actually a negative one. No, the actual impact was a negative impact. That's why this is red. So a negative impact, that means a bad this for good, a bad impact on USD. That means gold will be stronger than USD right now. So if gold is stronger than USD, it means price is going to keep buying. So that's just how this works, guys. That's just how it works. Let's see if price can give us a better confirmation, at least a slight retracement for us to enter. Let me watch it in 1 minute. What? How many pips are we looking at? Let me see. That's like 220 pips in just 2 minutes. Good for you. Let me check BTC. ES30 is also making some moves over here. ES30 is also making some moves over here. Let's see BTC. And BTC is also pushing up, like massive push-ups. So this was just a marking. When I spotted this setup, it was at like 12:45, and when I checked the spread was too wide, so I avoided the setup, and then it went to our TP. I didn't take it. When I woke up this morning, price was already around here, and price has already moved, and I can't be taking a setup in the middle of nowhere, so I had to let it go. And gold is just pushing. Gold has no intention of like coming back a bit for us to like ride along with it. Wow, it's crazy.
About you move a dozen birds. Mama love me first, cool without this rap. Matter of fact, when I was bummy first, tummy hurt, small and chubby first. They ain't love me like a honey's curves. All I got was doubt, tie me down. Put the man in the iron mask, a muzzle on my mouth until I ripped it all. Hannibal like the balls, I'm vicious dog, longevity. Haters want me to be Ray and lose my vision, dog. Had the 380, but I ain't had the heart to lick them, dog. What if that was your brother or sister, dog? Creeping through the fog. Give me your jewels, you wallet.
Yeah, so guys, this was so quick, man. Like, what? The market is just so very volatile, and like with my experience of trading the news, I actually told myself I was never going to trade. I wasn't going to trade today, but I just feel like, why not? Let me try and see what might. And it's not like we are in drawdown, we are up in profit, and if I lose today, that will just be like the profit I've made on top of the of my initial account that I'm losing. So I just decided to take the risk and see, and it turns out well for us. I was actually targeting 1:3, but whenever we are in the news, I noticed that price moves with like aggressive momentum, but it was kind of suffering to push up from here around this level. Price was just like trying to push or drop, that kind of a movement, and then I decided to just close it here because it has already given me like my 1:2. I've made about $190. Before I could close, it spiked down a bit, and then it gave me around 190, 180 something dollars. I was lucky enough to do a screen recording of that, and I'll be posting it on this clip for you guys. Yeah, I'll be posting it on this clip for you guys. Now let's see where we are currently on our Quantakel account. Yes, the balance is now 10,708.37, and that's like 7%, and the profit target is 6%. That's $600, and now the profit target has been reached. Yeah, and the consistency score has started to drop. It has started dropping. Instead of 35%, we are up like 60.53%. So it's left like 25% for us to pass phase 1, and we've been trading this account for the past 21 days, almost a month, trading this account, all this roller coaster. Like, I just pray it's worth it now. I just pray it's worth it. Yeah, so guys, that's all on this one. I traded NFP today, and it was like massive. Yeah, I traded NFP today. Wow. So look at this. Just look at this. If I was supposed to be holding on to this trade, this is what gold would have done to me. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, so guys, now back to why or what today's video is actually about. Before I start with the story or whatever, if you are new to the channel and you probably don't know who I am, my name is Evans, aka Zach or FX, and I'm a forex trader here in Ghana, and I've been documenting my journey here on YouTube, showing you guys my ups and downs on my journey of becoming a profitable forex trader. So if you're interested in content like this, do well to smash the like button for your boy, and then subscribe to the channel, then go ahead and then turn on the notification bell so that every time I drop valuable content just like this one, you will get notified. So let's get into the video, guys. So I never wanted to speak about my story or how I got started with trading, and I know I was going to do that maybe later in the future, because right now my channel is still growing, and if I should share this like that information about myself right now, it won't reach much more wider audience, because my videos are not even generating like much more views like I used to before. So I want to wait until like the time is good. I want to get a better timing for me to do that. My story, I feel, is very inspiring. Yeah, the journey, how it's very inspiring from how far I've come. Despite I've documented some parts on YouTube, I feel there's more like I need to share with you guys, and I don't think the time is now. But the past 2 days, I think that was Wednesday in the evening, I went to my YouTube channel and I was just watching some of my videos, and I was struck with like the kind of transformation that has happened over the past few years, and like I'm even surprised, because I used to go back to watch my videos, but this past Wednesday when I went back to watch my videos, I was like touched, and One of the stories that I never even documented on YouTube, but it was in my head, like I've been remembering it all the time, was how I got my laptop. When I remembered how I got my laptop, like it was it was like so very crazy. And even though I was just getting started with trading at that time, I needed the laptop so badly that I wasn't even listening to what everyone is going to say. Imagine getting out of school, like completing SHS, and everyone is expecting you to like make moves about furthering your education, but all you think about is getting some gigs to fund your trading journey. And it was crazy. Nobody was even believing in what I was doing. Everybody was thinking I was going to join the military, I was going to buy the police forms or stuff like that, but that wasn't the plan. So I needed somewhere I could work and then get a quick money so I can be able to afford this laptop. So I went to my master. Whenever I don't know if you know this, if you're in Ghana and you know that the most easiest means of transport is by trotro. So I used to work as a trotro mate in one of these van. And even while I was in school, I used to do that so I can get some coins to fend for myself for the week. And then on weekends, I'll go back to work for Saturday and Sunday. And then when I get like some 100 cedis or 170 cedis, I'll use it to fend for myself for the coming week again. Someone will ask me why. Are they your parents? Some of us are not very privileged to have rich parents or rich siblings that will be supporting us. So you have to work so hard to get every fucking thing. Sorry for the language, but you have to work so hard to get everything you desire. So I worked my ass off to get everything I needed that time. So back to how I got a laptop. So after school, I went to my master that I used to work with during the weekends, and that time he wasn't like with a car, so I had to wait until he gets a car. So I've been waiting for him until he was able to raise a car for himself that we could work with. And he likes me because I was very hardworking, like, and versatile. Even if I don't know the place, I'll just be asking about the lorry fare from other trotro mates or bus conductors. That's how I learned. That's how some people have been calling it in their country. Some bus conductors or trotro mates. We call it trotro mates in Ghana. So I've been asking the fares, and just like that, he just decided, like, he just got found of me. And every time there's like he has a car, he calls me, and then we goes to work. So that was how I was able to get a work that to provide for myself, that I can be able to provide for myself, and also sometimes for my younger siblings at the time. So every time I get back from work, I used to put aside 10 cedis, and before you realize, I will spend that 10 cedis and I wouldn't know what I spent it on. So I decided to start saving that 10 cedis with a friend that was staying nearby. This friend also has a work that also pays him good, but it was like a cement work. That time I wasn't at the cement factory, I wasn't at the cement depot, but he was working at the cement depot, and he was earning at least like some normal wage, and he was okay. Yeah, let's say he was okay. So I knew that if I was supposed to be saving 10 cedis with him, he won't spend it, because 10 cedis is nothing compared to what he's earning at his workplace. So I decided to trust him with my 10 cedis every day. And I've been doing that since I completed SHS. I think I completed SHS around September. Yeah, September. I completed SHS around September, and that September I started working in October. So I worked from October, November, and then December. I was able to work for 3 months. So it wasn't like every day you go to work and then sometimes you go to work, the car will break down, and that whole day you come home with nothing. So it wasn't really easy, but we were just coping, and we kept pushing in those moments. So it got to December, and then I was getting tired, because you wake up at 3 a.m, get dressed, like you have to take your bath and everything, go and meet your master around 4. Then at that 4 you start working, and you'll be working throughout the day, the whole day, no rest until it's like 8, or sometimes you even work until 10 p.m in the evening. So, and it's every day. You only have Saturday and Sundays to rest, and sometimes on Saturdays you go to wash the car. Sundays sometimes you go to church, but like for me, I don't normally go to church, so I use like Sundays to rest. And even on Sundays I use my weekends to do my washing, and then like the washing of my dirty clothes that I used to work throughout the week. So I wasn't really getting enough rest, but I kept going. I kept going because I needed the money. So I worked until I was able to raise some money for that time I created a bank account, but because I didn't know what I was doing, even at that time I wasn't able to like verify my Xness account, and I needed this bank account very badly because I wanted to verify my Xness account. So in verifying the Xness account, I went to a bank, I won't mention the name. So I thought like it's just any account that you create and then you'll be able to verify the account with, not knowing it's supposed to be like an international account, an account you can use internationally, you can use to purchase things from. But I went to create a GH link account. So the Visa card I got was a GH link. I couldn't use it to like verify. I couldn't use the account statement to verify my Xness account. So I had to like go for another bank. But I feel like I'm deviating from the topic. So back to the laptop. So I've been saving 10 cedis with this my friend for like 3 solid months, even though it wasn't consistent, but I kept it going. Every time I get like some spare 10 cedis, I just go ahead and then save it with him until it was December. Then I decided to stop working at I decided to stop the trotro work, and then I told myself I was never going to do this work again. And ever since then, I've never worked as a trotro mate again. So I decided to find other works, like alternative works, and then I chanced on this block factory job. You know, whenever someone is trying to introduce a job for you, they always tell you about the monetary aspect. They don't tell you the type of suffering you're going to be suffering, like the type of stress you're going to be suffering in that work to earn the money they are saying. So somebody just came and then he said, bro, this work, you won't have to work, you won't have to stress yourself. All you need to do is you just have to like wake up, go there. When someone comes to buy a load, you load the car, you load the truck, go and then deliver the load to the person, and at the end of the day you get your 90 cedis, your 100 cedis. And I was like, wow, if in a day I will be able to earn 90 cedis and 100 cedis, then that's a very good job. So he linked me with the guy that I'm going to be working with at the block factory, and then I started working over there. Bro, that work almost destroyed my hand. That block factory work almost destroyed my hand. What? Sometimes they will give you gloves, some very solid gloves that you wear, but at the end of the day, when you are done, like let's say we had a very busy day today, like we loaded about 1,500 blocks today, my brother. By the time you get home, even before you leave there, you see that the gloves is not in a good condition and you can't use it anymore. But when I show you that kind of the kind of gloves they are using over there, it's not easy. So I saw that, and then and that work too wasn't consistent. Today you can go to work the whole day and nobody will come and buy, and it's no like there will be no sales, and we earn our money from sales. Whenever there is sales at the shop, whenever there is sales at the block factory, we the loading boys will go and then load the truck, go and deliver it, and our payments comes from this loading and offloading. And even loading, that one block is not even up to 20%, it's like 15%. Loading and offloading is like 15%.
Can you imagine loading sometimes 6 inches block, and you'll be carrying it from, I don't know if you've seen these guys load that, like if you've seen guys loading that track, or if you've ever seen someone doing that kind of a work before. It's not easy, bro. It wasn't really easy for us. So imagine going to work, maybe sometimes you only get customers come to buy at the shop for like 2 times in a week, and you get your 90 cedis in 2 times in a week. And that work you have to eat. If you don't eat, you might even faint one day while working, because it requires energy and it requires strength. So you need to eat. You have to like feed yourself good. So if I'm supposed to feed myself good, averagely I'm going to spend at least 40 cedis to 50 cedis a day, and I'm getting like 90 cedis a day. So if I'm getting 90 cedis a day, and I get that like 2 times a week, how am I going to fend for myself for the rest of the week? So while working there, I was having second thoughts. I was trying to find a different job and all of that. And at that time, I was not able to save again, because I wasn't getting the spare 10 cedis anymore. So I reached out to my friend and I asked him how much I've saved so far. You know, it got to a time I lost count of the amount I've saved with him, but because I trusted him, I knew he wouldn't steal my money. So I asked him, and then he said like it was at 620 cedis. Yeah, he said 620 cedis. So I said okay, then it should be there, because that was like my savings after school. Yeah, and if someone asks me the work I've done for like the 3 months after school, that will be the money I can present, because man, all the monies I've been making at that time, I've been using it on other stuffs. I mean, I can't even remember what I've been using the money on. So that 10 cedi savings was one of the best decisions I've ever, like I was doing at that time. So, and mind you, every time I go to work, the work starts at 6 a.m. So I wake up around 4 and then take my phone. That time I was using an itel. Yeah, I was using an itel. So I wake up around 4 and then take my phone. I'll pick up my phone, start analyzing the chart. And at that time, I didn't even know how to calculate a pip. But I was watching all these YouTube videos, trying to like get better. Yeah, and today I can say it was worth it. Yeah, I can say it was worth it. So I knew I need to get a laptop, because sometimes when I wake up at 4, you wake up at 4. You didn't even get enough rest, and you wake up at 4 a.m. to watch the chart. Sometimes I'll just be sleeping and be watching the chart like this, but before I realize, the phone will just fall and then hit my face. Then I'll wake up. So I knew that I needed to get a laptop, and then I need to create a station, like a trading space for myself, so that when I wake up at 4, when I'm in a sitting position, I might not even fall asleep at that time. So I needed to get a laptop. So one day I went to a friend. This friend of mine was a phone repairer. So I went to him and we were discussing about laptops, and he showed me that he just got a laptop from a friend, and he said the price was 500 cedis. Like, how can you be selling a laptop? Because I knew that to get a laptop, at least you need to be holding like how do we call it? You need to be holding at least 1,500 Ghana cedis. Yeah. So my plans were always about getting 1,500 cedis, and then I'll reach out to some people to just get some used laptop for the meantime. So when I went to this friend of mine, and then he told me he was able to buy his laptop for just how much? 500 cedis. I said, wow. And it wasn't a bad laptop. Like, he was using it, and he was using it to do other stuff. He's been able to download some games that, like, I know that if your laptop is not a good PC, you can't play that kind of games on it. So I knew that if I'm able to get this type of a laptop just for like to kickstart with my journey, it will be cool. So I asked him that whenever he hears or he chance upon any laptop of such caliber, he should just inform me. And he said okay. So every time I'll be calling to check up and ask him any updates about what I asked him, and he would just tell me he's making his moves and he's making his inquiries about that. So one day I was just at home, and then he called me and he said, like, bro, Charlie, Apayo, like Apai is like a street language for us, like something has landed. Yeah, literally something has landed. So when he said something has landed, I asked him what, and then he said that someone said he's selling his laptop, like, and the person needs the money very urgently. So I pick up my dress and then I went straight to his shop. When I went, he called the guy that was selling the laptop. The guy said he was coming, and the guy never came. So I went home. So the next morning he called me, and then he said the guy has brought the laptop, so I should come and check it out. So I went to his shop again, and that was after work. I came back from work. That day I closed from work as early as 1 because there was nothing going on at the shop, and like my superior said we should just close and go. So I came back around 1 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. I came back around 1 p.m. I took my bath and then straight I went to his shop. So I went to check the laptop, and it was an Asus laptop, a wide screen, like 15 inches, and everything was okay. But the screen was showing lines at the bottom. Even though the top side was showing, the screen was showing lines at the bottom. The speaker wasn't working, and the mouse too wasn't working. So I had to fix all this. But me, I wasn't worried about the speaker and the mouse, because I know I could get a music box and then an external mouse, and I'll be using it for. But I was worried about the screen, yeah. But then I decided to get it in the end. So that evening I came home, and then I went straight to my friend's place, the guy that I've been saving the money with. I asked him for the money, and I told him that I need the money for something really urgent. So surprisingly, he went inside, and then he brought out the money straight. Like, I thought he would be giving me excuses and stuff like that, but he just went inside and then brought the money straight into, like, and everything was like perfect. I felt relieved. That time I was at the top of the world. So he gave me the money, and then I compensated him with the 20 cedis on top of the 600 cedis, because had that money gotten missing, or had something happened to that money, I would have held him responsibly. So I gave him the 20 cedis on top of the 600 cedis for him to, like, at least buy something for himself.
Cause I'ma kiss the sky. I stay stacking till it kiss the sky. I swear to God, I stay stacking till it kiss the sky.